Hello, good morning, welcome everybody. This is Star Studio at Children's MN, and we're going to try something a little different. Usually we have the Clubhouse with the dude, but today we're going to do a little something different because the dude is out. He'll be back though. He might be back tomorrow, I think. Yeah, for some bingo. Bingo's going to be happening at 11 tomorrow. But for today, we're going to be doing something for all of you geography lovers. If you like geography, if you like the world, you like Google Maps, you like any of those things, you know, the world, just seeing the world, then this is the show for you. And we invite you to hang out and watch, because we're going to be playing a game called Geoguesser. It is an online game. And we'll just jump right in, and then I can explain as we go along. But so let's just take a look here. I'm gonna turn off the music, and then so this is it. This is Geoguesser, and like I said, it's a web-based game, and we're gonna be playing against other players, other geography lovers around the world, to guess where we are in the world. It drops you somewhere on the planet, and you have to use clues to figure out where you are. And we can find out what those clues might be as we start the game. Here we go. We're going to do multiplayer. And the hiking season is live. So we're going to be doing duels, which is you're playing against one other player. And that populates pretty quickly. We are instantly in with what appears to be Rich the Best, and he's from Italy. I can tell he's from Italy by that flag. And we're just dropped somewhere on Earth. Look at that beautiful rock wall. This is a place looks really cool. Yeah. And I have Broseph here to help me out, because you know, and it might get a little bit weird, like me zooming around, so I apologize for that. But I'm looking for words. Those are usually pretty indicative, and then we're trying to guess before they do. And if they guess, then we only have 15 seconds. What just happened there? I don't know.
I think Spain.
We're gonna go Spain. Actually, I'm gonna go Andorra, which is the tiny little country in between Spain and France. I feel like it because of all the rockiness. Oh, and it was Monaco, so it was not that far off. But he guessed Monaco, so I mean, this is we're off to like a rough start here, but kind of mountainous. You know, if I was a better player, I would be able to look at the road and see what kind of painted lines they have. We can find out what continent we are on by looking at the license plates. That looks like it's going to be a long license plate, so Europe is my guess here. We're going to go maybe over to this road. I can't go over there. Traveling along. It doesn't look like it. It looks like you know, like southern France, northern Italy.
Oh yeah.
Because it's kind of mountainous, and like these trees just make me feel like that's where we are, just from paintings I've seen and stuff like that. I could be completely off, but right now we're just trying to hone in on somewhere around that region. And we have a sign. Oh, that looks Eastern European of some kind. I wish I spoke this language, but it looks like, you know, it could be like Hungary.
Poland?
No, I don't think it's Polish. You know, I'm gonna go Hungary, because it does get a little mountainous. It's sort of close to Austria. Well, it's adjacent to Austria, so I could be way off again. I'm not an expert at this game. I'm only a mid-level player. But we're going to guess Hungary. We're going to put the pressure on our opponent, putting him on the clock. And he's going to have to guess as well in the next 3 seconds. See what happens. I wasn't too far off. It was North Macedonia. Well, he was closer. Shoot. Yeah, he's got the first 2 rounds, but as long as I stay closer than him in the next few rounds, we can win this. So, I'm seeing a sign right away. That is Japanese. Wouldn't you agree, Broseph?
Looks like it.
It's definitely Japanese. We are looking at a bunch of, fir trees there. So it's probably northern-ish. I'm going to go up here, north of Tokyo, in Japan. I'm fairly confident, and I'm sure our opponent, having demonstrated his skills already, is going to be in Japan as well. And he was closer. He went closer to Tokyo.
Huh.
So we're playing an excellent player here. We're going to have to get lucky in the next few rounds. Okay, now, very flat, very dry. If I was a good player, I would use this meta information, which is referred to as things that, clues that are kind of insider clues, like this car. Sometimes people know what cars are running through what country. Also, the soil, it's red, which makes me think that we are in Eswatini.
Oh.
I'm going to guess Eswatini. And we were in Africa, but we were in Kenya, and we just got knocked out of the round. So we lost that round to a good player. No shame in that. That's okay. We're gonna go another round here. Like I said, I'm a silver, or Star Studio is a silver division player here, which is just mid-level. I don't know a lot of metadata, like I was talking about with the car, and I don't know a lot of like other kind of useful data like bollards and different signs and stuff. I just go off languages and topography and vegetation. So we're looking at kind of a northern up, here we go. These are always helpful. Percusión. Con granizo. So it's Spanish, right?
Yep.
We're going to guess Spanish. I mean, I guess it could be Portuguese, but I'm going to say Spanish. And see, like, these kinds of things people know right away. I'm not great, however. So, Broseph, what is your first, just going off vibes, what are you feeling here?
Well, I think the northernmost Spanish-speaking country would probably be Mexico, right?
I mean...
in North America?
Yeah, or we could go, down to the South Pole where there's going to be, these kinds of trees, these
That's true.
fir trees. You could be southern Argentina, Chile, Paraguay. It looks to be kind of mountainous. Ooh, here we go. It's Chile. We found it. It's although you can't really trust trucks too much, but it is Pucón something in Chile. So we're gonna go south of Santiago. If I can, I just found it. I think we're gonna be really close. I just found the city that was on the side of that truck, just by luck. We're hoping that truck didn't travel too far away from its headquarters, but I think we're going to be close. And we were very close. We were only 55 miles away, which is pretty good, considering how big the world is. We're playing a Polish fella, or gal. I think that was a gal. Okay, long license plate. We are in Europe. It is that language. Hard to decipher what that is. Vindange. Here's more signs. Oh, now I'm thinking that we are not in Europe. We're going to be able to find something here. Okay, is that French? It's, we're not in France though. but there are French, old French colonies in Africa. So Bank
Yeah,
of
it does look
Africa,
like
there we
French.
go. So what places in Africa were colonized by France? I'm just gonna go Ghana, somewhere near Accra. We'll see. It was Senegal. I should have known. Should have known. That is an old French colony of Africa. But we didn't do too bad. We're still in it. Ooh, dry and beachy. Very dry, very beachy. Tropical foliage there. There's a spire there that kind of makes me think Middle East.
Yeah.
Um,
They're multiple.
we'll keep looking. I would love to get a language on a sign or something. Here's a sign over here. Let's get over there. It's a recycling thing. Looks like it's in Arabic and English. No, Arabic and something else. So I mean, we can't. I'm just gonna have to guess because we're on the clock. I'm gonna guess like Tunisia. I don't know. I'm just gonna guess. I should have. It was Dubai. Should have known. Yeah. You think of Dubai as those like really luxurious, built like skyscrapers and stuff like that. Well, here's something that has Arabic and some other kind of Southeast Asian language. So I can pretty much assume that it's going to be, Indonesia, Malaysia, something like that. I'm just going to drop something down in Indonesia for now. Let's see if I can get some more clues before I lock it in, Here's another language. I wish I knew. That's not Indian. It's not India, I don't think. Okay, so there's a bunch of different languages, including English, which kind of confirms my idea that it is one of those two countries. Ooh, there's a flag. Flags are great. That doesn't look like a useful, helpful flag, does it?
No.
So we'll just take another look at these street signs. Skudai. I'm gonna say Indonesia somewhere on this, but I'm gonna kind of keep it close to Malaysia.
Oh.
And it was Singapore. It was not too far. Singapore, you also think as being really big buildings, but that was just outside the city. Okay. Looks like a pretty little area. I wouldn't mind living there. There's some words. Oh, and our opponent has guessed something very quickly. So and now I have to really move. I gotta go just Central Europe or something, just to get something off.
Put it in.
It was Estonia. So it's very close right now. We're only separated by like 70 points. So
Double damage.
yes, the stakes are high. Bende and Jose Maria. So it's Portugal. So because we see that country code PT, we know it's Portugal. How close can we get? Are we gonna go Porto? I wish we had T Money here because she has visited Portugal and she might be helpful. We are about the same distance. He went southern Portugal. I went northern, but I scored more points. So we're moving on. The damage is going to be 2.5. It's really getting exciting now. We have a sign up ahead. We're looking at it. Crancon. Seems Thai to me. I could be wrong. And it says Malaysia. So We know we're in Malaysia. Where are we going to guess? I'm going to go kind of north of Kuala Lumpur. And that's just a guess. I don't know anything more than that. We'll see what happens. We're putting our opponent on the clock. He's got to guess. And we both guessed almost the identical spot north of Kuala Lumpur.
Wow.
It was actually Brunei. Is that how you say it? Brunei, which is just across the bay there. Okay. These Spanish-style roofs suggest some kind of European, although it could be many different places in Europe. And we are on the clock. I see the country code CZ, which is Czechia. So we're going to go kind of near Prague. It could be this city that I don't know how to pronounce, BRNO. And we were both extremely close. I was only 3.2 miles away.
Wow.
So I did get a little lucky there. Now somebody's going to, this is pretty much the knockout round. Beautiful area. There is a long license plate of a van. We're going to try to look at this van. Vans with markings are very useful. Looks like we can see the license plate CZ. I'm guessing that's Czechia again. This time I'm going to go closer to Austria because I'm seeing it's a lot hillier. And we were both Czechia, but he guessed closer. He just went right in the middle of the country, which is a good strategy. Worked out for him that time. Bilnor Labor. Okay. We'll go up here. That's English. We know this. I wish I knew more about telephone numbers. I don't. We're going to back it up and look at signs. Try to look for signs. What do you think? I mean, it's in English. Is this Australia or something?
Could be. It does kind of look like the Outback.
Right? Does this help? Mac repairs. I mean, doesn't it feel like Australia? Are we going to do it? What side of the road is that car on? We don't know. We're just going to have to guess something really quick. I'm going to go up by Brisbane. Oh, and we were way off. Of course, it was in Eswatini, or near Eswatini, South Africa. Of course, they have a lot of English signs there, being one of the official languages. And we lost again. Joseph.
Some good players out today.
I know. Should we try? Should we try it again, or just
Sure.
give up? Should we give up? Just
Best out of 3?
yeah. Let's see if we can keep going. We'll try it again. Last time we played Geoguesser here at Star Studio, we won 4 of the 5 games. But now we're gonna face Nick, and he's German, and he's a lower silver division player. So we definitely have a chance to beat Nick. We'll see what happens. Ruda. We see palm trees. We see a truck. Let's see if we can get a marking on this truck. Nope, it's following us. So we're not going to be able to see it. Let's check out the people. Sometimes people can be useful.
Is there anything on that truck?
Look at that. Look at that building. How old is that building? Okay, here's another sign. I mean, that's Spanish, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Paso del Andaluz. So, I mean, Andaluz, like Andalusia? Or is it, pare, for instead of stop sign. They use that in Colombia. It's so flat for Colombia, though. Usually we think of Colombia as being very hilly. But if you get down into southern Colombia, it gets a little flatter. That's where I'm gonna go. Colombia. I've been told it's Colombia. It's not Colombia. Because O. So we'll see. We're waiting for our opponent to lock in his answer. And it was Uruguay. And our opponent didn't get his guess in time. Nick, slow on the draw. Okay, what are we looking at? Looking at, wow, look at that guy. A shepherd of some kind. He's got some very interesting
Oxen, maybe?
garb on. They're driving on the left side of the road, it appears. So, are we in South Africa? Are we in Australia? Probably not Australia. But we don't know.
I don't think so.
Look at those fellas. I think we're somewhere in Africa, but as we know, Africa is a gigantic continent. And there's all kinds of topography, and I mean it's got everything the world has to offer. So it's tough to nail it down. Looks dry, but it's not that dry. We're seeing green. Let's check out these people. So dry, but not that dry. I mean, could it be Kenya? You know, you look at the map down here and you see kind of what's dry and what isn't that dry. Kenya's kind of in between. I mean,
I'd go with it.
Let's do it. Let's lock it in. Although they're driving on the left side of the road, I don't know which side they drive on in Kenya, but it could, like, I'm having a little remorse here, regret of not choosing South Africa, and that's exactly where it is. We still scored points, but we could have scored quite a few more had we gone with our first instinct. I forgot about the left side of the road. Again, we're on the right side of the road. Somebody's got a boat and a long license plate, which makes me think we're in Europe somewhere. Now, what I was talking about before, these are these sticks on the side of the road, bollards, I believe they're called. If I knew anything about bollards, I would be able to decipher that and know almost exactly what country we're in. Now, Luija, you know, so J-A at the end.
Scandinavian, maybe?
Yeah. Think it's Scandinavia? It feels like it with the greenery, doesn't it? Let's see what the name of this going this way. Paupe. I'm gonna guess Finland, just because you don't see that kind of a word in Scandinavia other than Finland. It just seems like a Finnish word to me. Could be completely wrong. Again, I'm not an expert. But we'll see. That's the fun of the game, you know? Just guessing. Just guessing. We were close, very close. We were only 147 miles away. It looked like it was on an island off of Finland and Estonia. Oh, we got a sign right away. What does that look like to you? I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but there's some more. You see those little accent symbols above. And if I knew more about geography, I'd know what that map is. We're going to look at this city that we're right on the border of these two cities, Bresnica. We can see these trees, and not unlike trees you would see in Minnesota, so we're a little bit higher from the equator. That looks what What do you think? It's, I would say Poland, but it's like so hilly.
Yeah.
And Poland's seems very flat. So I'm gonna go Czechia. Could be Slovakia. Could be, but that just seems like Czechia. It seems like a safe. Since we're choosing the middle of Europe, you're kind of hedging your guess against other countries. You're not going to lose that much by going right in the middle of Europe. And we weren't too far. It was Slovenia. That was that JE or JA at the end. I should have known. And yeah, we won that one. But I don't think Nick was trying very hard. It didn't seem like.
He's trying to figure it out.
Maybe he might have been at work and he was torn away and he couldn't finish the round. And this game doesn't wait for you. So that's the cruel nature of this game. You gotta be present. It's like when your mom says, "Just pause the game. Just come and eat lunch or whatever," and you're like, "No, I can't pause the game." Sometimes kids lie about that. They can actually pause the game. But not in this game. So we're looking at pine trees again. We're looking at lighter skinned fella on a bicycle. Looks like a kid. More kids. Just cruising. Just cruising the neighborhood. I really want to get a look at this sign. I can't make it out. Should be able to make it out now. That looks Polish to me. So I'm gonna go southern Poland. It was near Warsaw, so it was Poland. Our opponent guessed Czechia, which is a neighboring country. Not a bad guess. We're playing a Spaniard right now. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to pronounce that name. Spaniard as in someone from Spain. Kurup. Kurup was the name of the town. Looks dry.
Yeah. And
kind of, I mean, it's probably, oh, here's some more. Let's look. Kundenup. Manup.
A lot of ups.
Yeah, so just going off vibes here. And those very obscure city names. I'm going to go Finland again. Somewhere near Helsinki, not too far. And I was way off. Way off. That was Australia. And we almost got knocked out because our Spanish friend guessed very close. So sometimes you're just way off, you know. You don't have to be embarrassed. It's just, it happens. Especially when you're just like a mid-level player. That's rubbed off. That country code is rubbed off. I can't make it out. It looked like it might have been an A though. So is it Albania or something? Because it's kind of dry and somewhat mountainous. I'm getting European vibes. These older, it's like an older Volvo and a cars can sometimes tell the story. Yeah, I'm just thinking Albania. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna go somewhere in Albania, north of the capital. And it wasn't too far off. We're only 98 miles away. It was Montenegro, which is an interesting country. Like I'd like to visit there. I've looked at some pictures and I'm like, that looks, just the topography and the different buildings just seems a lot different than other countries. We're looking at this in English and in, I don't know. Do you know?
I don't.
I wish I was a linguist. I'd be able to tell. I bet they're really good at this game, linguists, meaning the studier of languages. It's in English. I don't know. You guess. It's in we're just gonna go up in Sweden. I don't know. Sweden.
Oh.
And it was Finland, so we're not that far away, but we did get knocked out. Because he did guess Finland, so he's a good player, even though he has a lower silver division status. Our Spanish friend just beat us. Have we? Oh yeah, we did win one. But we're gonna keep going, right?
Yeah.
And if anybody wants to call in, guess along with us, you can at 55020 here in the hospital. Otherwise, you can call the hospital if you're at home watching Children's Minnesota and ask to be transferred to Star Studio. Okay, we know this is Korean. Korean has those circles, which other Asian languages don't necessarily have as many. I'm guessing, or, you know, at least that sign was Korean. So, oh, now we're looking at this.
Yeah, they all seem to be.
Okay, so we're going somewhere big in South Korea. We're going to go to Seoul. May as well go to Seoul. It was the other big city in South Korea. And we both guessed Seoul. But we got the country right. This person is from... Did you recognize that flag? It's
No.
either Lithuania or it's a African country. I don't know. They
Not
have
great at flags.
They have the green, yellow. Ooh, look at those. Is that? That's just might be like an artifact of the. I was like purple trees. Okay, dry. It does. I don't know. What do you want to do? What do you want to guess?
Oh.
Norway. We're going Norway. I don't know. He's a quick guesser. We were both way off. It was New Zealand. He guessed Canada. And we guessed. We could not be further away, either of us. So I don't think we scored anything. I didn't catch the score there, but okay. Well, this looks like it could be in northern Minnesota, but you don't see buildings like that in northern Minnesota, so we're thinking it's Europe.
It's got kind of an old European look to it.
Yes, but I bet it gets cold here sometimes. So we're almost certain it's Scandinavia at this point. So I'm just gonna go right on the border of Sweden and Norway. And we were totally wrong. It's Slovakia. Again, just guessing. Geoguesser is the name of the game. Especially if you've got a opponent that guesses very quickly, you don't really have much to go on. Just vibes, you know? So that is Eastern European, right?
Yep.
But that means it could be Bulgaria, it could be anywhere in between that and Russia. It could be like, oh boy, you just guessed. Should we just say Ukraine?
Maybe.
Kind of middle it? Yeah, let's just try Ukraine. Oh, it was Bulgaria. Sometimes you got to go with your first instinct. And I did not, but I still scored. We got signs right away. Spanish?
Look like it.
Mountainous? Yep, calle. So that means street in Spanish. We're going to look at the stop sign, see if it says stop or alto or pare alto. So again, that's something I haven't quite learned what countries use what, but I'm going South America.
Yep.
And it's dry and it's somewhat mountainous. I'm going with Bolivia. We'll see what happens. It was way off, and our friend from the unknown country just knocked us out. Being American, we should have known that our neighbors to the south Mexico was that last round. We didn't know though, and we lost again. We're plummeting in the silver division, and we're just gonna forge ahead. We're gonna keep playing. We're not giving up.
No.
Let's not give up. And I don't know where this person's from. It looks like the United States. So dry, not too dry, very flat. It looks like maybe this car is passing. We are driving on the left side of the road. So what do you want to guess? Somewhere in Africa? I mean,
Possibly.
South Africa, that is. It would be nice to get a sign if it's in English. Well, there's a lot of English signs all over Africa, but specifically like, you know, like Nigeria, Ghana, those have the English signs, and South Africa, of course. Okay, what's this truck? Spring lights.
That's in English.
He's on the left side. It's a Mercedes. Let's go Africa. Oh, there's a sign up here too. Let's get the sign. Lock it in after that. Puma.
Ganyisa Trading.
Yeah. So.
Sounds kind of like Ghana. Ganyisa.
Right? Yeah. Sometimes you gotta like work it out like that. But I'm gonna go somewhere down here. In South Africa. How do you feel about that guess? You confident? So dry.
I mean, there is English, so it might be South Africa.
So dry. He was closer, but we both guessed South Africa, and that was correct. I guess it could be a she. I'm not sure. Let's go with she. It said Habibi. Or no, I guess it would be a male if it's Habibi. Again, dry, but not...
Kind of in between.
Dry, but with trees and stuff, so... We're looking at this. Attenzione. What does that sound like? Sounds Italian to me. What's one of the driest parts of Italy? Down in like Sicily. Let's go with oh, Sicily's the island, right? But let's go Sicily just for fun. The island, the soccer ball that Italy is booting. I should have stuck with my first instinct, which was southern Italy. Lush, beautiful. Rue, we know that. Oh, and Strat. So Rue is French for street, and Strat, I believe, is German or a Germanic language for street. So we know we're in between France and Germany. So we're just going to guess Luxembourg. Luxembourg looks like a fascinating place too, given that this is where we are. But no, we are not. We were in Brussels, Belgium. Not too far, but far enough that we lost that round. Habibi guessed correctly, and now I'm worried because it seems like they know their stuff. Okay, here's a... That looks, Sweden, right? With the O there,
Maybe,
cross through it. Let's go Sweden. It was Norway. Oh yeah, Iceland's not a bad guess too. They have that O with the cross through it.
Yeah.
But as you can see, anytime you can find a sign and you have any kind of linguistic knowledge, that's going to be super, super helpful. So I always look for signs. I think I see one up ahead. Spin it around. Oh, I don't know. This looks pretty too.
Yeah.
Mountainous. Green.
Little dry.
Yeah. I can't even, I don't even have a car to look at. Double lines on the shoulders. Again, that's something I don't know, but I think it might be Chile. I've seen double lines in Chile. Double solid lines on the shoulders. Looks like there's some kind of power plant. I mean, we're out there. Okay, well, here we go. There's some intersection.
Oh.
Nautico. Campo de Golf. So, I mean, I think Chile is not a bad guess.
I'd maybe go with that.
Because Chile is very dry in some parts, not so dry in others. So let's go to this not so dry part of Chile. And wait for our opponent to make his guess. I'm guessing it's a male because Habibi is a male Arabic term. And then Habibti is the female counterpart. Okay. We are in the United States of America. You see that flag?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Crosscare Center?
Never seen it.
Okay. Sometimes you can see these license plates through the blur, and
that looks kind of like the Florida license plate, doesn't it? With the little.
Well, yeah. I mean,
whatever that is.
That helps. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe. Of course, cars travel too. You know, could just you don't want to get thrown off by.
I think I saw several of them though.
Okay.
See if we can get one more car. It has that little orange spot in the center.
It like look at the trees though. That doesn't feel like Florida. Oh, we're getting. Let's go down here. Of course, everything is like Five Guys and like you know, so you can't really tell sometimes like where you are because there's a Five Guys everywhere. Hall's Nurseries. I mean, it feels Midwest almost, doesn't it? Okay, this guy's got something on the back. He's a kitchen and bath guy. It's a boathouse. It's a marina. There's a bus, flyer, something. Let's look at these stores. Pretty generic stores there. Sometimes you can tell with. We don't have Rose anywhere near us, I don't think.
No.
295. Do you know where 295 is?
I don't.
Here's the shape of the state. You were right. That is Florida. We are at 134 and 235 in Florida. So we can zoom in, maybe get lucky, find that. And 135 was an interstate, or right? It was an interstate. Although that's a 4-numbered interstate. Or 3-numbered, sorry. What did I say?
134 and 235?
134. We're searching for 134. You probably can't see it on the TV, but that's what we're looking for. Let's go like Panhandle, check out the Panhandle, 134. We're not gonna find, there's so many roads. So we're just gonna go by Gainesville. Let's just try Gainesville-ish area. Seems safe. We know we're in Florida. Why do we know we're in Florida? Look at that sign.
Yeah.
Unmistakable. We were very close. It was actually Jacksonville.
Wow.
52 miles away. Good job with the deciphering that license plate.
There's a lot of Floridians who come up here, kind of snowbird a little bit.
Snowbirds.
So you
that's
see those
right.
every once in a while.
Snowbirds. Okay, look at these folks out on their little bike ride. Beautiful countryside. Where are we, Broseph? Where in the world are we? Would love to get some kind of sign. Give me a sign. Very flat.
Yes.
Which makes me think of the Netherlands. But
Very lush.
we have a flag. That's not really a flag.
No.
But those are the colors of the Netherlands. So we are going to go somewhere in the Netherlands. And it was the Netherlands.
Wow.
We were both relatively close.
Triple damage.
Oh man, this is a battle. 8 rounds. So we're looking at J.A. Roca, Kaye. I can't read anything beyond that.
Very dry.
So, and we are in South America somewhere. It looks kind of nice. I don't know. I'm going to go, we have to guess real fast here. Ecuador, Quito, Ecuador. I don't know. It's probably not it. Oh, and it was Buenos Aires. And we just got crushed in the final round with the triple damage. So congratulations to GG, as they say, to Habibi. If you're watching. Maybe what if they were watching and that's how they won? They're like, they got inside info on our info.
Maybe. They might be watching at starstudiomn.org/watch-live.
Yes. Everybody knows about that.
Yeah.
Where every once in a while we play Geoguesser, so they tuned in at the right time. We've got about 10 minutes or so left in this special edition of the Clubhouse. Now, these signs also, every country is different with the crosswalk.
Yeah.
And if I knew them better, I would, because that's five bars. That's all I know.
Feels European.
I can count. Oh, it's definitely Europe. It's definitely like central. Okay, here we go. LU.
Luxembourg?
I think you're right. Is there any other than LU? So we're going to get it in quick before they see that truck. They might have gone the other way too,
Yeah.
like down the road. I decided to go up the road. And I was rewarded. These orange license plates are also indicative of Luxembourg or the Netherlands. Orange license plates, again. So we know we are, one of only a few European countries, one of which is the Netherlands. Does this look like the Netherlands too? Does she look Dutch to you?
Not sure.
Yeah, it's tough to say. That looks Dutch. I see a van in there. So I'm pretty sure somewhere in the Netherlands. It doesn't feel like Amsterdam, maybe Rotterdam. And I was 27 miles away. That's pretty close. It was more Amsterdam. Shoot. Alrighty. We are tropical. We are saying hello to this kid. Of course, they have to blur faces on this if it's done by a Google car. Keep people anonymous.
They answered.
They're already in. What is this? I don't know. Oh, uh, I don't know. I'm gonna guess Bangladesh just because. I don't know. Or yeah. Oh, I was wrong. Way wrong. It was Thailand. Thailand has that a squigglier, more separated um, language or alphabet, written language, I guess. Parking privé. Guessing that's, and it looks, and it says laissez and whatever, so it's in French. Is it France? That's the question. Is it France? That's what you got to start with.
Could go either way.
Where else do they speak French? Except France. There are other places I know, but it's gonna be. It doesn't feel like France, though, does it?
No.
It's Europe. Got long license plates. We got an orange license plate up there, so we could be near Luxembourg, but it looks dry. And is there a dry part of France?
Is it over kind of into Switzerland a little bit, but closer to Luxembourg?
Okay, we'll just middle it. We're not going to be that far off. We're not going to lose that many points if we choose this area of France between Luxembourg and Switzerland. It was south. Yeah, south gets a little drier, doesn't it? Felt dry. Ooh, talk about dry. Look at this place. We are on a different planet.
There is nothing.
Are we
there.
on Mars?
Oh.
Fin, which means
Final.
I mean, yeah, final.
Finale?
So the road ends here or something. It is dry as a bone, just otherworldly. So I'm gonna guess Senegal. I know it gets real dry there. Look at how dry that map is.
Few mountains off in the distance.
Let's try it. Just east of Dakar. Probably really hot. Oh, we were both completely wrong. There are some very dry parts of Chile. I did not see that coming, and I didn't see. I chose Senegal because it was in. Looked like it was in French.
We're on a boat.
We are on a boat. That's fun. These folks, they're all tourists, so we can't be too presumptive. That says slide, so there's that. I mean, is there a skyline, distinguishable skyline somewhere? You don't really see any.
There's one forming off in the distance there. To the left. Maybe.
Oh yeah. Good eye. That building is like it looks like a deco.
Yeah.
Is this and there's that other kind of cool modern spirally tower as well. Let's try to get closer. I mean, could it be something as simple as London or something? I don't know what London looks like from this way down the river. No, man, that Art Deco building is really throwing me off. Okay, this says NYU Ferry, so we're in New York. It's definitely New York. I don't know how far down.
A little ways, because we can't see the skyline.
So maybe we're up the river, like in Yonkers or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're like way up the river.
But still near NYU.
We're gonna go Yonkers, way up the river, away from Manhattan. But I think NYU gave it away for us. And now it does. Those do look like burrow buildings. And we were close. We were 15 miles away. It was actually in the East River. And we won.
Wow.
We won. Look at that. We won. So, should we wrap it up?
I guess so.
with a
While
win?
we're ahead.
Yeah, end it on a high note. You know, like let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty fun. We hope it was fun for you.
Yeah.
If you were not expecting it and you were pleasantly surprised, you could check out Geoguesser online at geoguesser.com, and it's a fun game.
Not sponsored.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we actually pay for it. They didn't let us have it yet, unless they're watching. So we are glad you were watching, and we'll see you next time here at Star Studio, Channel 13 at Children's Minnesota. Bye.